Hi, I'm Aparna, and today we are going to talk a bit about Amazon QuickSight. Amazon QuickSight is a cloud-based service in the BI domain. Amazon QuickSight is scalable and can be embedded in a variety of applications. It can draw from a variety of sources and is, in general, very helpful when you want to visualize data in front of executives who do not have a particular know-how about the technical aspects of your data. So, once we start working with Amazon QuickSight, we will get to know different components of the software that this on-cloud service offers, and we will get to know the importance and uses of Amazon QuickSight. For using Amazon QuickSight, we will first need to have an AWS account set up. Setting up an AWS account is just like setting up any other internet account. Once you log into the Amazon QuickSight account, this is what you'll typically see. If I would have had some data sets which were already on my machine, those would have shown in the screen. Since I do not have any, I will first have to download it off of the internet, or I can also choose from different options that AWS QuickSight offers in order to populate the dataset. Since I have already downloaded the desired dataset, I will start from clicking on New Analysis and choosing a new dataset. As you can see, these are the various options for the data sources that we can choose from. Since I have already downloaded a dataset that I want to work on, I will click on Upload a file. I will go to the location that has my desired dataset and open it. It takes a few moments to upload the file. Bear with me. This is something that you'll typically see after the import of the dataset is complete. If I want to proceed with whatever data I have by default in the dataset, I can go ahead and click Next. But if I want to manipulate the data or choose the parts of the data that go into the analysis, I would need to click Edit Settings and Prepare Data, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. Now, for the first step, let's say I need only 3 different fields of this CSV or comma separated values file that constitutes my dataset. As you can see, these are the different fields or columns that my dataset has. The column names can also be seen in the left-hand side panel right here. You can choose to select which columns you want to include in your analysis. For example, now I want 3 different fields, namely the crimes, the dates, and the neighborhoods in which these crimes were committed. Since my data or the data set is based on crime statistics starting from January 1st, 2005, I would want to visualize different crimes that happened across a particular time span or the neighborhoods in which they took place. So the first step, I will deselect all the selected fields and select only the ones of relevance to this case. I've selected the neighborhood, the date, and the UCR1 category, which contains all the different types of crimes that were committed. Once we are done choosing the fields that we want, we can go ahead and click Save and Visualize. But let's say we wanted a field which was based on an existing field in the dataset. Like, let's say we wanted to calculate the area of an entity called length. We could create this calculated field or the area by adding a calculated field right here. But since we do not have any such entity and we do not need it for our case, I will just skip this step and proceed to save and visualize. We can make changes to the field headers by clicking the edit option right here, and it can be done like this. Although it is a very minor change, I needed to show the functionality of this option, and there we go. We can also change the data type of the column or the data inside the column by clicking here, and we can choose among the different options that are provided right here. I want to keep the data type of the date field as it is, so let's proceed to the next step. I'll click on Save and Visualize. There we go. This is the main dashboard which contains the primary features of what Amazon QuickSight has to offer. Right here in the left-hand side panel, we can see different options like visualize, filter, make a story, which is a very interesting feature of Amazon QuickSight. The visual types right here, including pie charts, pivot tables, heat maps, so on and so forth. We can also take a screenshot or a capture of the visualization that we have created, which can contribute to a narrative that we can showcase in front of the board by creating a story. Let's say that I need to create a heat map that shows the crimes or the frequency that particular crimes took place across a certain time range. To do that, I first clicked on the heat map option or the symbol in the visual type section. After that, I expanded the field wells section. I chose to have the crime category in the rows field well and the date in the columns field well. In order to draw attention to a certain part or a certain section of the data visualization, we can add a filter to our data visualization. Let's add a filter based on the crime category. Let's say I want just the first 3 types of crimes in my database. I'll apply the filter, and there we go. To add a filter, I'll click on the add sign, choose date, and select a time range. Let's say January 2012, the first day, and December 2014, the last day. I want to include both the starting and the ending dates in my data visualization. I'll make the necessary changes and apply the filter. I'll close once I've applied the filter, and there we go. This is the initial heat map that we have created. I can drill up or down based on the aggregate. The heat map right now shows the crimes according to the day. I can change it to any time span that I want and any measure of time that I want or that is relevant for my business case. I can change it to a year, and that's how it looks. To change the chronology, I can sort the data like so. I can change the name of the fields or the column headers by renaming it. There we go. Let's capture this data visualization, and that's the first scene in our story. Likewise, you can also choose to create other different types of visualizations, and we can also opt to share these visualizations like so. Amazon QuickSight also allows us to manage users through identity access management. Different users can be added and given permissions to according to how you want them to access your data and data visualization. Although this tutorial shows a very small use case of the different functionalities of Amazon QuickSight, we can go as deep and as in detail as we want or as our business case needs using Amazon QuickSight. QuickSight provides us with very easy and convenient options and extremely intuitive ways in which we visualize data.